choose joy. I miss her. People leave this earth all the time, but it's how you deal with it after they're gone. I know that things are going to come about. We're going to find out what happened to my daughter. But in the meantime, I'm going to share this joy with you so that you know that how God has given me peace. He can give you that same peace. With that being said, today we are going to can pearl onions. Now what you have not seen is I boiled some water on the stove and I turned it off. I put these pearl onions inside of them, let them sit for about 3 to 4 minutes, poured off the hot liquid, and now I have them in this pot in cool water. That will make it easy for me to peel. I'm going to can them in these half pint jars. Now, why these? Is because I don't need a full-size paint jar for pearl onions. These will be good in soups, stews, roast beef. Oh my goodness, yes. So let's get started. I'm going to peel, and as I peel, I have this little container sitting over here. I'll put my onions in there. It will be a tedious process, but it will be well worth it in the end. I'll come back when all of my onions are peeled and ready to go. Okay, I'm back. We got all the onions peeled out. You will notice here that I still left a little bit of the root ball on. You just want to take that furry piece off, but not take the entire thing off, because if you do, the onions will fall apart. Hence, they will not be pearl onions anymore. It'll just be a pearl glob. I have hot water boiling. We are going to pack our jars, and I'm going to put them in my Emeril Lagasse. Not using the Tefal today, using the Emeril Lagasse, because they're only a small batch, and I'm not going to crank up my big baby for that. Let's get started.
The one and only Keenon Man.
Have my jars warming up in my Emeril Lagasse because we're using hot water. Remember, hot liquid into hot jars. If you put hot liquid into your cold jars, no good. I had roughly a pound of pearl onions. It has netted me 4 half pint jars. Now let's fill them with an inch head space in our paint jar, half paint jars. Let's debubble. And the purpose of debubbling is to get all the air out of your jars. And you will find after you debubble, guess what? You need to add more water most times. And in this case, I do need to add more water. Everything looks good. Now, let's get our lids and rings. Wipe down my jars. I didn't put any vinegar on here because all we have on here, in here, is water. Put our lids on. Rings. We're going to screw them on finger tight. If you screw them on too tight, you won't get good processing. There's a possibility that your cans will not, your jars will not seal. Finger tight. Let's go over to the Emeril Lagasse. My jars have been added. Now let's put our lid on. a pressure canning lid for our Emeril Lagasse. We are going to choose canning. These will process for 40 minutes. It's the next day, and here are our pearl onions. We did it, you guys. And remember, these are going to be good for soups, stews, hey, a cocktail or two, martinis. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell other people about this channel, you guys. We are spreading joy. Thank you. Happy canning. Bye-bye.